Prabhat Singh, MD and CEO of Petronet LNG, in a conversation with ET Now, says corporate tax cut has added to the company's bottom line and has also aided with respect to deferred tax liability. Listen in.
Aided the growth, primarily I'm saying that there is volume which we've been able to do. Even after expanding to 17.5 million tons, we are 108% capacity utilization at the edge. So that is the major cause. And this is on account of throughput, but then, like I said, added on the bottom line was also the tax rebate which has come from the government side.
Yes, so this was going to be my second question. The government, the government has been doing a lot in order to pump prime the economy, the dwindling economy, and it has announced a major step with respect to a cut in corporate tax. How has that helped you?
I think जो 30% से 22% हुआ है, उसका हमको जो deferred tax liability में 380 करोड़ का फायदा हो गया. So we are happy about it कि ये है, तो that is added to our bottom line.
Right. So what is the current update on your MOU that you signed with Tellurian?
Now update is we have a non-binding MOU. Now we are, as every MOU, we are progressing towards it to see where all we can actually create business together to understand, because they want to sell gas, we want to buy, and they want to sell gas. They have kind of now realized that it's only the consumer's model which will work, and therefore they've agreed to look at the cost plus pricing concept, and we are happy that they have come to that level of discussion with us, which we feel is the future, because there is so much of gas available that to be able to link it to any fluctuation and the consumer ready to take the share of the risk, perhaps those times are gone now, and all the risk has to be taken by the producer now. Like for instance, why should the consumer take geological risk? Right. There are so many molecules floating around on land and on sea. Why should I be worried about deep down in the ground that whether it's going to come out or not? Someone else has to take the risk of that.
Right. So you're also in talks with Novatec. What are the current negotiation points that you are engaging with Novatec on?
With Novatec, my basic interest was because they showed interest in the downstream small scale. And I feel that this is one segment which has been really not properly addressed within the country. And it has been neglected also, because ultimately all the stakeholders in this particular segment, whether it is the OEM who's manufacturing the trucks, etc., or whether it is the fleet owner or the OMCs who are selling diesel, nobody has the incentive to really take the first lead into it and make it happen. Because everybody they don't have the encouragement to take the risk, because there is no ecosystem for this. So Petronet decided that if we really want to invoke this vertical, then we need to facilitate. And while facilitating means that initial cost, which is not very big, but that cost has to be in a way kind of, I would say, supported in some manner to allow everybody into the system to get encouraged. Now when we are doing it, since I told that we are not really into the B2C business, we want to come back and say that large volumes should be bought by a CGD licensee. I sell everything to him, then he retails everything. So I would say that we needed some facilitation support, that someone else, like a company like Novatec, believes in this concept which we are doing, and therefore they're ready to invest. And therefore it is some risk sharing also. And then telling people that, look, if you don't wake up and you start doing it, someone else is going to take away your market, basically. Right. So that's the intent behind that.
Right. So what is the current capacity utilization levels at Kochi and Dahej terminals?
Dahej is 108%.
Any comments on the pricing scenario going forward?
No, pricing scenario, one part is definite that when you look at the prices available on spot, like I said, they have been hovering around $6 plus minus. Now there may be a shade difference of price slightly going up, perhaps because of the winters which are going to come in. And the long-term prices, like I said, are around $7.5 to $8.5 per MMBTU. So they would remain around that, because I don't see too much of a breach on the dollar per barrel of crude. So it's 60 plus minus is happening, and I think it will remain that way.